What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Happy Monday to you guys. Mic check. How do I sound before I get started? How does everything sound, you guys? Who, as you can see, I did not go to work today. I've been in bed most of the day. I just got out of bed about an hour and a half ago. And excuse me, I'm going to be eating a cough drop because now I got this cough. Right? I think everything is drained, but now I just got this nasty cough. So anyway. But I was home minding my business. Now, I used to cover 90 Day Fiancé. I stopped following 90 Day Fiancé because the storylines just got to be a little bit too much, and the episodes are 2 hours long, and y'all weren't watching the reviews. So, I was like, nobody's watching the reviews. I'm sitting here watching these 2 hour long, boring ass episodes. But probably one of the most explosive couples from 90 Day Fiancé was Michael and Angela. Angela Deem, I believe was the last name. She became like, a sensation. She's one of those people that definitely took her 15 minutes from reality TV and has rolled it into, really, it's been about 8 years. She has found her way to be on all of these different spinoffs. There was a spinoff this summer where it was like 90 Day Fiancé couples retreat, and Michael was still in Africa, he in Nigeria, and she still found a way to be on that show with him, just like video conferencing in for all of the sessions, and because she is like TLC loves her. So for those who do not know who Michael and Angela are, they're on the thumbnail. Angela, you catch up on Pillow Talk, right? Angela, and I'm saying all these things because all of these things are a part of the story, okay? Angela is a white woman from rural Georgia, like rural Georgia. I think they said her whole county has like 4,000, 5,000 people living there. Michael is a big dude from Nigeria, right? African guy from Nigeria. They, met, fell in love, got married, and she has been trying to get him to the United States for the last 7 or 8 years. It has been a minute. Of course, the pandemic, pushed things back. But honestly, I don't follow it close enough to know why it took her so long. But literally, she's gone over there to see him multiple times. But I don't know if he's ever even come in to visit, honestly. Well, Michael made it. He got to America around Christmas time, they said. So he finally got here. It's been 7 or 8 years, and he finally gets to America. Um, they're on the new season. I think it's called Happily Ever After. I think they're on the new season. But for those who follow the 90 Day Fiancés, you know that they film the season and then they have something that's called a tell-all, right? Which basically is like behind the scenes, what you didn't see on camera kind of thing. So this last week, Michael and Angela went to New York to film the tell-all. All of this is important. Michael and Angela went to New York last week. They filmed the tell-all. Allegedly, some stuff came out in the tell-all. Now, Michael and Angela can't really say because, of course, she's still under contract and she can't give spoilers. But what I heard through the grapevine is that allegedly, I have to say it's allegedly Michael was connected to some sort of like group that teaches people how to scam and get to America. And it came out at the tell-all that Angela found out that Michael was a part of some group that teaches you basically how to find an American, fall in love, get them to fall in love with you and get you to America. Now, I'm going to be honest and tell y'all, I'm going to just go on and give y'all my opinion as I talk, because I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not buying none of this. Now, it could really be I'm not buying none of this. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm not buying this. Maybe I watch too much ID channel. Maybe I watch too much Snaps. But baby, I'm not buying none of this. Now, I'm gonna keep telling y'all what's going on. But just remember, I said I ain't buying none of this because maybe I'm just too logical. Maybe that's too logical. And don't get me wrong, I know these things exist. I'm not going to sit here and say that these things don't exist. I know they exist. Let's be clear. I know they exist. But I just feel like they've been doing this for 8 years. Like, I could see if Michael and Angela just met last year. They had been doing this for 8 years. All right, let me keep telling y'all the story, right? I'm going to keep talking. So they came back from New York. Mind you, this bombshell information drops while they're filming their tell-all in New York. They get back from New York. The Yahoo Boys, okay, I don't know the name of the group, okay. If he was a member, they did a horrible job. He had to deal with so much of Angela's crazy, and it took him too long to get here. Exactly, Erica. Thank you, Erica, for coming in here. Exactly, Erica. So with that being said, let me say this. So they get back home. Now, last Friday, Angela says she went down the street to go get lunch for her and the kids and for him, I guess. Get her a pack of cigarettes, because we know Angela likes to smoke, and come on back home. Now, even in rural Georgia, we talking maybe 45 minutes, okay? 30 to 45 minutes. I might even round it up to an hour, okay? I might even round it up to an hour. She said by the time she got home, he was gone. Thank you, Miss Baything. She said he was gone. He didn't take nothing with him. He didn't take his papers, ID, passport, clothes, nothing. Cell phone. He didn't take nothing. Now, Angela went live, and then she got off of her live. And John Yates and his boyfriend. Now, I don't really do too much on that side of YouTube. I know who John Yates is. I don't really fool with it over there. But John Yates is a YouTuber. him and Sherelle got into it a while back, back and forth, whatever. I ain't follow all of that. I ain't getting into all of that. Erica, I'm going there. You give me a minute, boo. I'm meeting you at that road. I'm meeting you at that road. Give me a second. I'm gonna be right down there with you. So John has been live for like the last hour and a half. I've been listening, right? Because I got up, got myself together, and I decided I was gonna eat some real food today. I've been eating like soup and stuff for the past 2 days, so I went and got me something to eat, and I came home. Even though I got a refrigerator full of food, that's another conversation for another day. Moving, I think I just wanted to get out the house though. Anyway, so according to what they've been saying over there on John Yates' live, they've been live for like the last hour and a half, 2 hours or whatever, maybe longer. Anyway, here's what I have gathered, okay? Angela, now people in the chat keep giving them suggestions. She said that she did go to the police on Friday and she did do a missing persons report. First of all, I don't know if that's true because I thought you had to be missing for 24 hours before you could file a missing persons report. But maybe because he's out of the country, maybe it's a different set of rules. But last I checked, he's a grown-ass man and he wasn't missing for 24, 48 hours. I didn't know they did missing persons reports. So then she said, well, they did a BOLO, be on the lookout for, but now it has been upgraded. She said, missing person, BOLO, missing person. They keep going back and forth. Maybe she's just distraught. Maybe she doesn't have her terminology correct. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. That's fine. John Yates and his boyfriend drove all the way from, I think they live in New York, all the way to Georgia to go and be with her. John Yates keeps saying they have camera footage of him leaving the house. They can see him leaving the house. He's not being taken. They're not saying, they said that he was walking of his own volition, and that's it. None of her neighbors have any camera footage. None of her neighbors have any security. It's just her camera showing Michael walking, and that's it. So the people in the chat are like, well, does he look distraught? How does he look? He talking about some, oh, well, I haven't looked at the footage yet. It takes 2 seconds to look at Ring footage. Listen, y'all know I got Ring. Y'all hear it go off sometime on my phone. I can show you a Ring footage right now on my phone from this morning. It takes 2 seconds. What you mean you ain't looked at the footage yet? You have been live for 2 hours talking about this situation, yet and still you can't. Hello? Hello? It takes 2 seconds. So then it was people in the chat saying, well, what about an Uber? He doesn't have his ID. He can't do Uber. He doesn't have his cell phone. He doesn't have the app on his cell phone. He doesn't have his ID. How can he order an Uber? So then it was this other lady up there. I don't know all these people, so excuse my ignorance. I don't know all these people. It was another lady up on the panel. She's Googling and stuff. She said, well, there's a Greyhound bus station 1 town over. Oh, well, he doesn't have any money. He doesn't have any ID. How can he get on a Greyhound? But then somebody drops down in the chat and says, well, some TikToker said they saw him in Las Vegas. First of all, I automatically was like, so the first big black African guy y'all saw, y'all say he was in Las Vegas? That's what we doing? Because, hey, now mind you, they said that the person in the chat said they saw that video on Friday. So you mean to tell me the same guy? Now, Angela immediately starts crying, talking about that's what Tess said. Tess said either Los Angeles or Las Vegas. Now, I think Tess is like a tarot reader or a psychic or something like that. I don't know who the hell Tess is, but the way Angela was talking, she was talking like it was somebody like that, right? So you mean to tell me that you don't believe that he could have gotten on a Greyhound bus? You don't believe that he could have gotten an Uber, but you believe he's in Las Vegas? How'd he get on the plane? The same way he couldn't get an Uber and the same way he can't get a Greyhound bus is the same way his ass can't get on no damn plane. How he get on the plane to get to Vegas? So now they call him, what's his name? Usman, the other Benny, he's from 90 Day Fiancé as well. Him and his wife used to live in New Jersey. They now live in Vegas. They didn't call him talking about, well, maybe he's with him. He was like, I ain't seen Michael. He on the phone talking about, I ain't seen Michael. Michael ain't here with me in Vegas. But I'm sitting here like, how in the world are y'all even entertaining this whole Vegas thing if you won't even entertain that he got an Uber? Benny M. Yeah. Thank you, Xavier. I was like, what? So the more and more I'm listening, y'all, they're convinced that Michael has gotten involved in some sort of underground Nigerian scam on American get to America ring. Excuse me, hold on. Let me blow my nose, y'all. Hold on. All right, sorry about that. Now let me say something, and I hope my friend never sees this video because she'll probably get mad at me and maybe not speak to me again. But a friend of mine, I believe, got taken. Okay, she met some dude. He lived in Kenya. She met him. They did whatever they do. They got married. She brought him to America. Let me tell you something. I never believed that he was here for the right reasons. That's my opinion. I kept it to myself. If you happy, I'm happy. If y'all live happily ever after, who the hell am I, right? I did all the things. I was a bridesmaid. I did all of the things, right? He became, now they lived together. He went to school. He was working, and they did everything. They did married couple shit. Okay? They did married couple shit. He became a naturalized citizen about 2 years after he got here, right? He took his oath in June. He asked her for a divorce in August. Now listen, let me say this to y'all. if I'm not saying Michael ain't on no bull hockey, because I don't know Michael just like I don't know Angela. But if Michael waited 8 years to get here, it seems to me that he could have been patient and waited it out until he was legitimately here. Because now you ain't been here but less than 2 months. You're putting your if you put up with Angela's bullshit for the past 8 years, if y'all don't know the story, y'all don't know. Angela, even if it was just for TV, she was extra. Verbally abusive, tearing his shit up, calling him all kinds of names, just being ignorant, right? He put up with all of that from her just to get here and just and put all that in jeopardy. Now I don't know. Okay, I don't. Y'all know. Like I said, I don't watch. I stopped watching it, so I don't know. I don't know who all these other people y'all putting in the chat. Other people did it too. It's crazy. So, right, she just showed up in Nigeria, just popped up on him, just crazy stuff. Took the tags off of his car when she got just crazy shit. Right. I'm not saying none of this is true. I'm not saying none of this is true. I'm just saying it seems to me like he could have been a little more patient and waited this whole thing out. Now, I took some notes. Let me make sure I go through my notes, okay? Those are not the right notes. Where did I write my notes? Hold on, did I write them here? I just wrote my notes, y'all. Oh, I know where I wrote them. I wrote them on this little piece of paper because I didn't want to forget nothing. So let me make sure I said everything before I give y'all my little 2 cents. Okay. Oh, and today's his birthday. Today is Michael's birthday. Okay, so he's missing on his birthday. Today's his birthday. Went missing on Friday. Left without anything. The tell-all was recorded. Nigerian underground ring. Las Vegas. Rural town. Have not seen the screen footage. Okay, so I went through all of my little notes as I was listening. So let me say this. Maybe he not missing. He know it takes some time to get his papers. He can't do anything leaving now. He's not missing. Maybe he joined the Trump campaign since he loved him so much. Oh, he loved Trump. See, I don't know these people. If y'all sponsor somebody for citizenship and they start acting stupid when they get their papers, you can snatch their sponsorship back and they will get deported. Okay, dark chocolate latte. He not missing. I'm sure he knows where he is. Now he knows where he is. Let me say this. I'm going to just tell y'all. If Michael had took his stuff with him, I'd be like, oh, he just fucking left. He got sick of you and he left. Right? And like I said, maybe I watched too much 90 Day Fiancé. I mean, too much ID channel and too much Snap. But I mean, them good old boys might have got him. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm just saying the good old boys might have got him. That's all I'm saying. Like Angela might have called her cousin after she found out what she found out at the tell-all, and cousin Mo might have came and got him. I don't know. Bo and Luke Duke, I don't know. But it just sounds real. Y'all, I don't know. I will say this. This is what I'm going to say. Either one or two things for me. If he did walk away of his own volition and he had a whole, because here's what you want me to believe. And I'm not saying it can't happen. Let's be clear. I'm not saying it can't happen. But here's what you want me to believe. You want me to believe that Michael, who they keep saying, oh, he was poor, his family doesn't have any money, he didn't have any money to do all these things. Okay, they said he only had $40 in cash, he didn't have no money, and his family doesn't have any money. Okay, so you want me to believe that this man got to America, and whether he was through this underground ring, whatever, they were able to get him a whole new set of papers. He got a passport, ID, paperwork. Get him a burner cell phone, which that ain't hard. That ain't hard to get a burner cell phone. clothes, shoes, have everything he needs, and will be able to get to him in the middle of the day down a dirt road in the middle of nowhere, Georgia, and ain't nobody see shit. The neighbors say they didn't see nothing. There's nothing on the ring cam. She said, oh, then she said, well, she has cameras inside of the house, but mysteriously the cameras went down. Ain't no mysteriously, somebody turned them off. Either he turned them off or you turned them off, but somebody turned the cameras off inside the house. And I'm not saying it can't be true, y'all. I'm not saying he can't do it, but that you just want me to believe a lie. Now, she live in rural Georgia. You mean to tell me a big old bald fat African don't stand out? I'm sure the whole town know who Angela is and know who Michael is. I'm sure they do. So you mean to tell me that Michael riding away in the middle of the day in a car, they ain't stopped to get no gas. They didn't stop down to the Piggly Wiggly. They didn't have to stop down to the Quick Trip. Something, y'all. Y'all got to help me with this one. I need to see the missing persons report. I need to see the ring cam footage. I need to see Michael walking away. They said he left, her granddaughter was in the house, and he done left the granddaughter there by herself. The granddaughter just got out the hospital, and Michael left the granddaughter by herself. It's so many moving parts to this, y'all. And again, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that it couldn't have happened. All I'm saying is, I feel like the boys got him. That's what I'm saying. I just think the boys got him. Whenever I hear somebody disappear without taking nothing with them, listen, for all of my ID channel people, for all of my Snap people, you already know what the police gonna think. You know and I know what the police are gonna think, y'all. If you are a police detective and you investigating a missing person and you get to the house and that person ain't take nothing, he didn't take his ID. He didn't take his cell phone. Who the hell leave the house without their cell phone? Oh, I bet you if I took it's 156 of y'all in this chat. I bet you if I say to y'all who leave the house without their cell phone, I bet you 95% of y'all would say, oh, I always pick up my cell phone. A few of y'all might not, but the majority of us gonna have our cell phone in our hand. You live in rural Georgia. How he get out of there? They say she on a dirt road. A dirt road. Nobody saw nothing in the middle of the day. He didn't disappear during the night. You was down the street picking up lunch. And he just gone. And he didn't take nothing. He only been in the United States for 2 months. But he knew enough to get out of there without leaving a trace. Listen, do y'all watch the show? I mean, I don't want to put nothing past nobody, but Michael don't seem that smart. Do Michael seem that smart to y'all? Michael just don't seem that damn smart. They drive through the woods. They asked her, did they check the woods? I didn't hear her response. Hold on, y'all. Now, the reality of the situation is, I don't know all of the immigration situation. So I don't know what Michael. I think Michael Day was probably here on a night. Well, they're already married, so I don't know what the paperwork is. Where was this reported? They live in. What does she live in? Heaven. Oh shoot! I should have wrote it down. Where does she live? It's Georgia. It's like Heaven something Georgia or Haven something Haven Georgia. Yeah, he just got here in December. For the people that are just coming in, he just got here in December. So he's living with her. Hazelhurst, thank you, Space Cash, thank you. It's Hazelhurst, Georgia. Hazelhurst, Georgia. So it's a very rural area, right? I see you. Look, I see you, Mary Porter. I see you, and I'm with you, girl. I think them boys got him. I'm just gonna tell you that she said she went to New York and he dropped this bombshell. And allegedly, for the people that are just coming in, allegedly the bombshell is that Michael was involved in some sort of underground ring that teaches men how to get a American to fall in love with them and get to America. And you know something else I thought that was funny? Somebody in the chat was like, "Well, have you called your local news, right? Have you called the local news to do a story?" And she said, "I can't do it, but you can call them." What you mean you can't do it? I don't understand why you can't call the media. First of all, you don't have no problem using the media for everything else. Angela ain't never met a camera she didn't like. What you mean you can't call the local news and say, "Hey, my fiance's missing. You know who I am. It's only 5,000 of them in the damn county." So when she said that, I was like, "Wait, what? That ain't sounds listen." Right now he walked to the mailbox, his green card was there, and he kept going. Maybe that's what happened. Y'all think he walked to the mailbox and there was something in the mailbox that made him feel good, child? Child. The neighbors ain't talking. This feels like, and so she said she called TLC, but then she kept saying, "Well, there's stuff." One minute she was like, "I don't care about no show. I don't care about no show." And then it was, "Well, I mean, there's just things I can't say. There's a lot that I can't say. There's a lot that I can't say." Not pancake back. Oh, like that don't have nothing to do with your contract. Child, look at Tim Norton. That guy, that gushy over Trump. He probably bought those hideous shoes. Now he bought the shoes. Right. She called TLC, but not the cops. Right. No, she called the cops. No. My bad. Hold on. She called the cops. She said there is actually a missing persons report. And she said there's even a $10,000 reward. Now, I don't know where this $10,000 reward came from. I don't know who put the reward up. But she said there's a $10,000 reward. What up, Danny? There's a $10,000 reward. Like I said, I don't know who put the reward up. I don't know where the reward came from. But baby, this is an ongoing story. I just had to come down here and bring it to y'all. I know I don't even cover 90 Day Fiance anymore, but I think most people know who Michael is. Mary said the KKK got him. So sad, or like got him. So sad the body will show up eventually. There has been hangings in the rural South over recent years. Google it. But I'm gonna be honest with you, Mary Porter. I don't even think it's that deep. I think let me just tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all a little story. I think I've told y'all this story before. And y'all gonna have to read between the lines when I tell y'all this story. Okay. I need y'all to read between the lines when I tell y'all this story, because there's just certain things I'm not gonna like verbalize and verbally say. But y'all need to read between the lines of what I'm getting ready to say. Okay. I think I told y'all once before, my brother. My brother was a big guy. My brother was, morbidly obese. He was a big dude. And my brother used to tell me, if you call me, you better mean it. Because I'm too big to fight. Now I'm gonna need y'all to read between them lines. I'm gonna need y'all to read between them lines. My brother said, if you call me, you better mean it. Because I'm too big to fight. Now, I I feel like maybe a phone call got made. That's all I'm saying, y'all. I ain't saying that anybody did anything. I'm just saying I don't think that Michael is laid up in no Nigerian underground ring with false paperwork. That's just what I don't believe. Now I could be wrong, y'all. I really could be wrong, but I just don't think he that complicated for that. That's a lot of moving parts. And don't that sound like something that, like, in the middle of the day? I don't know. You picking up what I'm putting down? Okay. All right. You picking up what I'm putting down? All right. Thank you. What if it's a scheme that Simon set up? It could be. Listen, I'm not putting nothing past nobody. I'm just telling you what my instincts. And like I said, maybe I watched too much ID channel and too much Snap. Snap been on for 20 damn seasons, 50 seasons, and I done watched every episode. Maybe I done watched too much. Michael laid up in that backyard. What up, Shane in the city? Listen, I was going to send you this information too, because I know you do 90 Day Fiance. Are you know what I'm talking about, or you just popping in? Baby, they shouldn't have let me listen. I stayed home from work today, and they done dropped this tea. I'm picking it up, but it's too heavy because the obvious answer is Angela. Now hold on, let me see if these people still. Oh Lord, Ray J and Princess done filed for divorce again. Don't nobody care about y'all and y'all fake divorce. Give me a second. I'm just popping it. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna recap. Hold on for 2 minutes. I'm gonna recap what's going on. Hold on. I'm gonna see if there's an update. Give me a quick second. Okay. Ain't nothing new. I was just seeing if there was an update. They're still live over on John Yates' channel, but it doesn't sound like they have any new information. All right, let me recap this before the people who came in, and then we're gonna probably get up off of here because it's nothing new to say. Okay. 90 Day Fiance couple, Angela and Michael. Angela, white woman from rural Georgia. Michael, black guy from Nigeria. You know, the premise of 90 Day Fiance is you meet somebody overseas, you fall in love, you get them here, you get them a 90-day visa, and then within them 90 days, y'all got to either get married or that person got to go back home. For whatever reason, Michael and Angela have been married for years, but for whatever reason, they couldn't get Michael to America. Don't know all of the details because I don't follow the show that closely. But I do know that Michael and Angela have been on damn near every version of 90 Day Fiance for the last 7-8 years. Now, this has been going on for 7 or 8 years. He's been trying to get to America, okay? Finally got here around Christmas. They said he got here around Christmas. And for those of you who watch 90 Day Fiance, you know that they film the show and then they do a reunion, but they also film something called a tell-all, which is like a behind-the-scenes kind of thing where the couples kind of tell you what, kind of like where we, giving you the up-to-date, what's happened since blah, 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 whatever. So Michael and Angela went to New York last week to film their tell-all. Now, the word on the curb is a lot of stuff, explosive stuff, was revealed at the tell-all. And what was allegedly revealed at the tell-all is that Michael was a part of some group, some underground group that teaches people how to basically scam American women and get to America. That is allegedly what was revealed at the tell-all. So Michael and Angela came back home. And on Friday, during the day, Angela left. They got him. Oh, Mary been cutting up this whole time. Angela left to go get lunch and go get some cigarettes down to the Piggly Wiggly. I don't know where she went, but she went to the store to go get, she said to go get lunch. She said she gets lunch every day. To go get lunch, and she left Michael at home with her granddaughter, who just recently got out of the hospital. She said when she got back, Michael was gone. Not only was Michael gone, but his passport is still at the house. All of his papers, immigration papers and stuff, are still at the house. His cell phone was still at the house, and all of his clothes were still at the house. They said that they saw Michael on the camera walking out the house, and that's it. None of her neighbors have ring footage of him. None of the neighbors said they saw anything. She said she did file paperwork on Friday. Listen, shade in the city. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Okay. She said that she did file the paperwork with the police. She said first it was a missing person, then it was a bolo, now it's a missing person, whatever. And there is a $10,000 reward. Now, the people over there are trying to come up with all of these. And when I say people over there, because John Yates then drove to her house, so he's live from her house right now on YouTube. So when I get off of here, if y'all want to go over to John Yates' channel and hear whatever they talking about, but they really just been saying the same thing for the last 3 hours if you want to know the truth of the matter. But at one point, somebody in the chat said, oh, well, somebody went live and said they saw Michael in Las Vegas. And Angela was like, oh my gosh, he's in Vegas. Oh my gosh, that's what Tess said. Now, I don't know who the hell Tess is. I feel like Tess must be like either like a psychic or somebody that reads the tarot cards or something. Tess said it was either Las Vegas or Los Angeles. But the man don't have no ID. Now, every time somebody says, well, what about Uber? Does he have Uber? Well, he doesn't have any ID. How can he get an Uber? Then somebody said, well, there's a Greyhound station a town over. Have y'all gone over to the Greyhound station? He doesn't have any ID. How can he get a Greyhound ticket? Well, how the hell did he get to Vegas then? Y'all was so convinced his ass got to Vegas. He can't get to Vegas without getting, you say the woman live on a dirt road. So my thing is, the argument is the same. How the hell would he have gotten to Vegas the same day that he went missing without no ID? You don't need ID to get an Uber, but he doesn't have, but what they were saying was that he doesn't have his phone. So somebody could have got the Uber. They did say somebody could have got the Uber for him. They did say that. So they did say, but I'm telling you what the people over there is saying, Abby. I'm saying what the people over there is saying. Okay. Now they are saying that maybe he got linked up with one of these little, you know, like he got linked up with some Nigerian people that's helping him. And again, I'm not saying he didn't. I don't know where Michael is. Okay. I'm not saying that he did. He may very well have gotten linked up with some people down to the Nigeria underground in Georgia. But what I am going to say is, so they got him all new paperwork. Like, is it that serious that they had to get him all new paperwork? Why he couldn't just take the paperwork he had? Like, they're legally married. I don't know. Again, I don't know immigration to know what kind of visa he's here on, but he's not here on a 90-day fiance visa. They've been married for years. I don't know. He called the Uber and left the phone. He could have done that. She was comfortable putting her hands on him on camera. I wouldn't put anything past her. You know, she definitely was verbally, and I forgot she did put her hands on him, physically abusive. I find it hard to believe he just ran off because he's been on TV too long. Someone would definitely notice him, especially where she lives. She lives in rural Georgia. Somebody put in the chat that the town she lives in is 32% black, which means that the majority of the town is white, which means that who doesn't see a big black African, bald African walking down the middle of a dirt road in the middle of the day? Nobody saw him. And I'm just, for me, and maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. But as much as common sense might eliminate certain things, I still would be doing it. I would be at the bus station. I would be on the phone with Uber, looking at his phone, seeing if he had the Uber app on his phone. I would call Uber see if there's any way to find out. I mean, I don't know. They may not be able to do it. But when I say I literally would be doing all of these things. Hell, I would have been at the airport. Okay. I literally would have done all of these things. I literally would have done all of these things as as unrealistic as it is to say, well, there's no way he could have got a bus ticket without ID. Well, people get on the bus all the time. I'd have been at the Greyhound, okay? Like, he couldn't have gotten, I mean, now it's 3 days later. But on Friday, if he was on foot, he literally couldn't have gotten far. And if somebody picked him up, wouldn't that be on your Ring camera? She said that all she saw was him walk out the door, and that's it. You don't have a Ring camera on your driveway? You only got a Ring camera on your front door? Like, I don't know, y'all. It could be a plot. Listen, it could be a very detailed, intricate plot. It could be. It could very well be that. But I'm just telling you how I feel. My spidey senses is telling me that the people came and got him. And I could be wrong. And if they find him down to Vegas tomorrow, I tell y'all, well, he got me. But I just watched too much. I watched too much ID channel and too much Snapped. Okay. Let me tell y'all the Snapped episode last night. Let me tell y'all about the Snapped episode last night, okay? The Snapped episode last night, it was this lady. Her and her husband went out walking the dog. 7 o'clock in the morning, doing what they normally do. They get up and they walk the dog in the morning. And as they was walking down the street, walking the dog, some dude rolled up on them, shot the husband 3 times, taped her up with duct tape, and drove off, okay? Come to find out that the dude that killed her husband was her high school sweetheart, who she literally had not seen in 30 years, but they had reconnected through Facebook and was having a whole affair on the phone. And she told this man that her husband was beating her and her husband was doing all these horrible things to her. And so that man drove from Tennessee to Texas just to shoot her husband to drive back to Tennessee. I'm just saying. I see what you saying, Abby, but I think them people got her. I think the people got Michael. If he had taken his stuff with him, I would be like, yeah, Michael, he just rolled out. But for him not to take nothing, I don't know. That's just an intricate plot. I ain't saying it can't happen, but that's a whole lot of plot. That's just a whole lot of plot. The people, yeah. Y'all know the people I'm talking about. Y'all know the people I'm talking about. The people. The people got it. Hey, Burberry, where you been, boo? The white, there you go, Fran. I like it. The White Sheet Welcoming Committee. I like the way you said that. With that being said, y'all, I don't have nothing new to add either. We've been here for 45 minutes. I will definitely keep y'all posted. Now, Auntie's advice. If y'all don't follow Auntie, y'all know that's my girl, Auntie. Auntie is gonna go live. And she may have some more information because me and her been talking a little bit today, and she may have more information by then. So I will definitely keep y'all updated. But y'all make sure if y'all are not already subscribed to Auntie's advice, y'all make sure y'all get subscribed for the update. It's just like it sounds. You type in Auntie's advice, it pops right up. Okay. With that being said, I think we're gonna do a Married to Medicine review because maybe a few things went down we gotta talk about, and then the Whether You Like It or Not panel is tonight. So, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Peace.